Oi people. So this is going to be a fairly short one. It's not going to be a complete bottom end rebuild because I have run out of money. So I will do videos as of when I've bought bits and pieces, but I'm not this massive, great big famous, all singing, all dancing YouTuber that earns shitloads of money. I'm doing bits piece by piece. I've painted the block, painted the sump, cleaned it all up. I've had a delivery. So I've ordered the head bolts, ordered them before I stripped the block. They've turned up, ARP. I actually went with ACL bearings, race bearings, single turbo. You want to run a bit thinner oil really. So while it's there, I might as well put race ones in. Then at least if I do want to crank it up, then I've got that option and I know it's good. So I went with ACL bearings. I'll be going with ACL Conrod bearings as well. So yeah, so I'll quickly show you the block because that's all been painted now. So there's the block as it currently stands. Had to. So that's supposed to be the same colour as the rocker covers, but for some reason that's more of a peach colour and that's more of an orange colour. But I'm going to keep that colour, even if it's orange, I'm going to go with orange. So black and orange, block's all nice and painted. It's still a little bit wet with lacquer because I went with matte black and I didn't like it, so I put some lacquer on it. So this one's going to be up to debate. This one will probably start a bit of an argument. Now, I've always done it. Jay from Real Street has always done it. Now, a lot of people are a flat no. So the back end of the bearing, do you oil it up or not? Personally, and I'm not telling you to do this because there is no right way and wrong way, but to me, you always oil the back end of the bearing with ATF oil, always. What that does is when the bearings compress, all the oil will come out anyway. So all you're doing is basically lubing that up so it sits better. Now, a lot of people will flat out, no, you don't do it. You leave it dry, you put the bearings in dry. To me, and trust me, I'm not telling you to do this. To me, you should be oiling them up when assembling, because when, like I said, when they compress, that oil will come out anyway, and we'll just leave a nice little film there, and then eventually it will be lubricated. It's not going to spin when it's compressed. So, I mean, not at the power that we're talking about. Don't get me wrong, it does happen. I'm not saying it will never happen, but to me, I always grease it up. Now, I know a lot of you were watching that and cringing and probably fucking calling me every name under the sun. You fucking this, you fucking that, what the fuck are you doing? Like I said, oiling the back of the bearing shells is my personal preference. I've always done it with all engine builds that I've done. I always will do it. Yeah, that's my opinion. You have yours. Anyway, let's crack on.
Sunrise is just for you, so come along and take my hand.
yeah, so what I like to do is I like to tighten it to hand tight, then a little bit more tighter. Then I'll start going to the stages. So the ARP, I'll show you. The ARP instruction manuals actually says 60 foot-pound there. So it also got a little disclaimer there saying obviously if you go aftermarket, then factory specifications might change. So if you're changing shit, then you need to make sure that it's right. So what I like to do is I just like to make sure it's spinning freely, which it is because I've done all my tolerances anyway. So it's spinning nice and free. Now what I like to do, once they're all torqued up, I like to get a white pen, torque them all up again, just to double make sure. And then every time I torque it up, I just put a white dot on it. So I know that bolt is torqued. So when I come back to it in a week's time and I've forgotten whether I've done it, I know which ones are torqued. So I'll show you what I mean anyway. So here you go. So I've just literally got a white pen there. What I like to do, obviously these are all torqued up anyway. So I just like to go over it again. Right, that one torqued. So yeah, that's what I do. I just literally just mark them off with a white pen, just so I know that they're all torqued up. So now I've done it again, just double check. You see, look, literally no effort whatsoever. So she's good, spinning freely. So that is the crank back in. So now it's not sitting over there collecting dust. So what we'll have to do now, because I've run out of money, I'm now going to have to wait till payday and then I'll put the pistons in. Cheapest rings I could find were actually like 250 quid or something from somewhere in the UK. So I know I've mentioned it a few times before, that Amayama website. I get all my genuine stuff from them. I think Wolf Bits. Yeah, Wolf Bits is where I bought the shells from and the ARP bolts. And to be fair, they turned up the next day and they were by far the cheapest in the UK. Highly recommend them. So if you ever want any bits like this, Wolf Bits, I fully recommend them. I've never used them before, but I'll definitely be using them again. They run out of head bolts and literally within 10 minutes they emailed me asking if I wanted to cancel the order or wait. I said I'd wait, and 3 days later they turned up. So can't knock them. So yeah, I'll wait till payday now. And also, obviously I've got to wait for the rings to come from Japan, but they did the cheapest ring set at 250 something quid, I think it was, or I can go on that Amayama and I paid 156. Problem is I've got to wait like up to 6 weeks for it to come from Japan, but I'm not in any rush, so because I've got to wait for payday. But yeah, so that's it, that's all talked up now. Not really much else to do until I've got some more money. But yeah, cheers for watching.